Hi there, Ronnie here, coming at you with a video. Talking with my girlfriend, Fiona, yesterday. And I was talking about the group I run on a Monday for Lanarkshire Action on mental health. And the fact that I've had to buy in a lot of very, very entry-level games. Sort of Snakes and Ladders, Ludo sort of entry. Which, if I'm honest, are fun for a couple of hours, but they're not, for me, serious games. That's not snobbery on my part, by the way, that's just a matter of taste. And it got me thinking. I've got a nice collection of varying styles of game, of varying complexity. And I find myself wondering, is there a style of game that I don't own, that I'm not interested in owning? And I do. I do have one, and that is 18xx games. Now, for those who have never heard of 18xx games, they are games mostly set with railway companies in the 1800s. Games are usually named by the year that they're set in, 1826, 1846, 1833, which is why they're referred to as 18xx games. And whilst they are games where you're laying down track and creating routes, those are a means to an end, and the end is money. It's about investing in companies, growing those companies, getting dividends, and the end of the game, buying stock and shares in companies, and the end of the game, the winner is usually determined by who has the most personal money, because money in your business and personal money are two separate things. Who has the most personal money when you add the cash to hand plus the value of your stocks and shares. Now, I have played an 18xx game twice. I played one many years ago and I cannot remember what one it was. And then earlier this year I played 1846. If I was at the club and I hadn't sorted out a game, and there was no other game in the offing, or all the other games were full, and the only game open was an 18xx game, I would play. But if I never ever again play an 18xx game, I personally don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. And I think to me that sort of cements why it wouldn't be 18xx for me. As a genre that I would want to own. I know people who really enjoy 18xx games. Eat them up. Absolutely adore them. And I'm not going to tell those people that they're wrong, because they're not wrong. That's what they like, and that's fine. But for me, I've played 18xx games. I'll play them again. But I couldn't own one. And the reason I wouldn't own one is simple. They don't excite me. And the games I have in my collection, even the ones that are quite dry, I suppose you could say, the mechanics or the theme excite me, they intrigue me, they grab my attention. 18xx games simply don't. And I don't have a problem with economic games. I mean, I've got Anno 1800, I've got Brass Birmingham. I've got big money to go all the way to the other end of the scale, something that's ridiculously simple. I'm not opposed to economic games at all. I've got London, which is a great economic game. Chinatown, which I absolutely adore. But for me, and this is a personal opinion, this is not an attack on 18xx games at all. This is a personal viewpoint. For me, if the game doesn't excite, if it doesn't tempt me, if I'm not playing the game and going, I mean, I played 1846, and every bit of it felt like, okay, so I'm moving this, and I'm moving that, okay, and I'm getting a bit of money here, right, and I'll get that, and I'll move that. And I was playing the game, and I'm playing it, but none of it was grabbing me, none of it was exciting me. Don't get me wrong, I played, I wasn't sitting there with a sour face or being grumpy about it, because I think that's just bad form, but it wasn't grabbing me, it wasn't exciting me. And for me, that's enough of a reason, I think, to not own that style of game. Now, I've seen games that are 18xx like stuff like City of the Big Shoulders. Doesn't grab me either. Hegemony, I'm not sure I'd go for that either. It's not. I think heavy economic games don't work for me. I don't think I would even, I mean, I would give something like Iberian Gauge or Irish Gauge a go, but I'm not expecting to like them. Although I would give it a fair play. But I think I've found the style of game that doesn't excite me, that doesn't make me go, oh, gotta play that. So that's mine. That's what doesn't excite me. You know, and it doesn't excite me because I find it dry. It felt like I was doing a day's work, so to speak. It didn't feel fun. I did feel like I was filling in a spreadsheet, which sometimes you have to do it, but it's not something I want to do as a game. But that's me, that's my opinion. I'm well aware of the fact that there will be other people for whom 18xx games are absolutely pinnacle, and for that, you know, go for it. I'm not telling them that they are wrong to like them, because they're not. If they're excited by those games, great, play them, enjoy them. But it's not a style of game I would seek out. But what about you? What kinds of games or style of games, be it theme, be it mechanic, be it genre, doesn't appeal to you? Or are you someone who likes it all? Or are you someone that only really likes one style of game? Let me know. And I'll be back soon with another video.